Today we are going to be making hot cocoa cake. You guys, I have a new setup here and I have this fancy light that only costs $30 on Amazon. I'm really excited about that. The light's automatic, the camera's automatic, and I have a new location. Same kitchen, just kind of different location altogether. I was right over there by the stove in that like little nook area. So now I'm here and this is our kitchen island. You voted for chocolate mousse, and I really wanted to make that. I actually do have a great chocolate mousse recipe. The problem is that mousse requires eggs, and I don't know if you've noticed, but eggs are like $1,000,000. I was at the store and a dozen eggs were $8, $9. They're really pricey right now, and I think we're just gonna have to save the mousse for a little bit of a later time. However, don't fear. I do have a just as luxurious chocolate dessert for you that requires no eggs and doesn't require any oven time or like crazy amounts of steps or cooking. This is really easy and it tastes just as good, if not better. So I'm going to show you how to make easy hot chocolate cake. And the good thing about this dessert is that you actually get two desserts in one. Two desserts in one. So for this cake, we are going to be making hot chocolate. So that'll be like its own thing if you want to. You know, if it's cold out and you want to have a hot chocolate, I have a great recipe for that. It is like old school recipe. This is not like a Swiss Miss, nope, none of that. Part two is going to be the cake part. The key ingredient here to making the cake is going to be might not be Knox, but it's going to be gelatin. And this is the stuff that's going to make the cake. So you want to make sure you have some gelatin on hand. You're going to need a bread pan, like a standard bread pan. So you could use Baker's Joy or like some equivalent spray if you like, and just make sure that the pan is well lubricated. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. For our hot cocoa, we're going to need 3/4 of a cup of milk. Next, we are going to be putting in 1 cup and 1/3 of a cup of cream, heavy cream. Next, we're going to be putting in 7 tablespoons of sugar. Just regular sugar. You need a heaping 3/4 of a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And this can be, a higher shelf kind of chocolate. I may or may not be using Ghirardelli. This is going to be the base for the whole shebang. We're going to be adding flavoring to this, but we're going to be adding flavoring just a tish later, once all the chocolate has melted and the milk has heated up. All right, so we're going to talk about flavoring a little bit later, but if you would join me through the stove, and I will meet you over there. What you want to do is you want to take your milk mixture and you want to put it on medium heat and let that all melt. You want to get yourself a spoon and you want to be stirring the milk mixture. This is going to take maybe about, I think about 5 or 6 minutes for the chocolate to fully melt over medium heat. Be careful with the temperature. You don't want the temperature to be really high because then your chocolate and your milk mixture might scald at the bottom of the saucepan, which is not going to be very good. Continue to stir. You do this, you can meditate, be one with the chocolate chips. Once all the chocolate is melted and incorporated into your milk mixture, you are going to have one damn good hot chocolate. Oh my, things could always be better. Hot chocolate, actually add some spices and extracts to bring out the flavor, and it's just pretty good to do. You can add some cinnamon if you want to. You can add some vanilla extract. I'm going to be doing both. I'm going to be adding a little bit of vanilla extract to this mixture and a little bit of cinnamon as well. Now you can get really creative with flavors here from here on out. You know, if you wanted to, you can add some hazelnut extract or almond extract, coconut extract, peppermint extract too. You know, that might be kind of tasty. Peppermint for the holidays, perhaps, you know, something like that. You can really get creative with what you do. Just remember that a little flavor goes a long way. So I'm going to be taking a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Smell it, make sure it's cinnamon, not nutmeg. Nutmeg is way overpowering. All right, so some cinnamon, about a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're gonna mix all that in there. Now you've got yourself an even better hot chocolate. Excellent. The cinnamon really is subtle, but I think it kind of helps round out all the cocoa flavor, you know, and vanilla really does help with the overall flavor balance. So once that's all done, then what you can do is turn off the heat, and we're going to go back to our other station and actually make the cake. That, you know, this isn't like perfectly smooth. I mean, it's pretty smooth, but if we're going to be making a cake from this, we want it to be like smooth operator. He's a smooth operator. So we're going to be straining this, but first, a special guest to our show tonight is going to be Gelatin. Gelatin is the star of the show here because it's going to be putting the cake together. So it's going to be making our liquid into a solid. Isn't that fun? All right. So I have here a teaspoon of gelatin. Put one packet together with 3 tablespoons of water and let it set for about 5 minutes. And you'll see it's like pretty bouncy, you know, like I can do like the Dairy Queen blizzard test. Hey, it doesn't fall out of the cone. Hey. So I'm going to add this to our mixture of chocolate. It's going to dissolve in the chocolate. Last step is to strain the chocolate mixture into your pan. Just go real slow. So we have our mixture. Now, what do we do with it? You have 2 options. One, you're going to either put it into your refrigerator for at least 6 hours, preferably overnight, or you can put it in your freezer for 2 hours if, you know, ain't nobody got time for that. And I would like to have dessert in a couple hours. I don't know about you. So I'm going to stick this in my freezer for 2 hours. I am going to check on it just to make sure things are going okay and it's cooling down nicely. And then I'm going to enjoy this for dessert tonight. You take your spatula and just work along the sides, the edges of the pan. And I usually like to take a spatula and do this so that it loosens the cake just a little bit. Just be very gentle, okay? Be very gentle with it. Don't be like, shh, shh, shh. Once you get it out of the pan, and kind of had to shake it just a little bit so that it kind of fell out. So that can happen. So it will look like that. You can slice into it now, or you can also put some whipped topping on, which I'm going to do right now. So I've got some whipped topping here that I'm spreading on. All right, and for a little bit of flair, you could take some cocoa and with a spoon. You can just tap the spoon lightly. Watch the cocoa fall. Oh, there we go. You like that? That looks really cool, doesn't it? Looks like a nice toasty hot chocolate drink, but in solid form. So that's what a slice looks like. Now for the taste test, which is my favorite part. All right, let's see how this tastes. Wow. My goodness. That that tastes like this is like an iced hot cocoa that you've always wanted in solid form. I'm really happy with this how it turned out. I think this is an excellent dessert that is going to impress anyone that you make it for. It's super easy to do. It's really tasty, and it's perfect for any special occasion.